Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels.
Lori here.
Well, the thing what happens here in Mexico is that a lot of times a person has to go to Guadalajara to get special procedures. And so doctors here will line that up to make sure that they recommend the right hospital. And a lot of them actually are practicing medicine in Guadalajara, also here at Lakeside. Now, we are not insured by any, we don't pay for yearly insurance here in Mexico. What we do is if we need any medical care, doctor's visit, it all comes out of our savings. It comes out of our own pocket. If we have some severe medical care situations, which we both have and had to actually be checked into the hospitals, we've had to pay for that also out of our pocket. Coming down here, if you have to go to a doctor, I mean let's say a hospital for an emergency procedure, say in Guadalajara, they're going to ask you to pay up front.
Yeah.
Now, when I went in, when
you was have emergency, I remember that time is about 20,000 peso to put in front. You know, they have either cash or credit card, so they don't accept personal check. They accept credit card or cash, 20,000 in front.
But when it came to the hospital, there was no negotiation.
No.
They will not admit you unless you have that money. So if you're traveling here, you want to make sure you have a credit card that has, say $5,000 in there, just in case the whole procedures would cost you that. And this is part 2, what it cost me to see my heart doctor. Well, in this video, I had to go to my annual checkup with my cardiologist.
Oh yeah, don't expect me to say that word. I can't say it.
Not going to say cardiologist. Okay, I'm at the cardiologist now, and I came yesterday, and what they did is they put on me a monitor right here. This little device here, it actually regulates what my heart has been doing for the last 24 hours. I've got all these little stickers here that send a message to this little computer chip here, and I have the results now after 24 hours. So we're going to go in, I'm going to see the doctor, and he's going to give me the report to see how I'm doing, how my heart's doing. So come on with me and we'll check it out and see how I'm doing. This is something, again, that's part of my annual physical exam. The other one that I go to is my general practitioner, and he does a physical, but he's not a cardiologist, so I come to a specialist here, and I want him to check me out. You're going to find out what it cost me to go see my cardiologist and to have some tests run. I will give you those prices at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. So what I typically do, every year I get a total body physical. I go to my general practitioner, and so we just made a video on that. You may want to look at that, and also you'll find out what prices I paid to pay him for his services and to have a thorough blood work analyzed and the results on that. So see here for the cardiologist, I had to get hooked up, and so what they did is they hooked me up with all these sensor points, and they put them on me, and then I was wired up into a little box on my side, and that's where all of the information was stored. I wore that for 24 hours, so when I went for walks, it was regulating that. When I was sleeping, it was regulating that. Everything was taken, and put in that little box. Then I went back. They then analyzed the information on there, and then they give me a report. I have to take that to the doctor. The thing with that was all done within the office of the cardiologist. I didn't have to go to a separate, outside doctor or laboratory to get this little device hooked up to me. Very simple little, setup. They just pop, pop, pop. Probably take them about 7 minutes to put the little probes on there, hook me up, and then 24 hours I came back, and that's when I got the results. And well, my test turned out to be excellent. In fact, the doctor was looking it up, and he was comparing on the big screen, he was comparing last year's test and this year's test, and he says, all of my levels were much lower. I don't remember how they, rate those numbers, but let's say one of them was 50, and now the new number was 3. He says, man, you've made some really good, progress by having a healthy heart. And so he says, you're about a 28-year-old.
Whoa!
Yeah. So I'm happy to have a healthy heart here. But the care here was really, really good. And it's such a neat feeling to have peace of mind, to know, that I'm okay, I'm in good shape. But also, if let's say there was something that I needed work on, hey, if I need work on my car, I get it done. And if I need work on this body, then I'm going to get it done. So that's basically the way we feel. That's why we go and we get our annual checkups, so that way we know. Well, let me give you the prices now. That's what you've been waiting for, okay? So that's what it is. Okay, so to go see my cardiologist, appointment with him was $50. Okay, now remember he's a specialist. Then to hook up that monitor that they did, that was another $70. Okay, then they had to analyze it and get the results. That was another $70. And then back into the doctor's office to, look at it, and that was another $50. So that was my overall cost for an annual checkup with my cardiologist, who's a specialist, and that was a report I got back. So if in the States, we have Medicare.
Yeah.
But you can't use Medicare down here in Mexico. So you pay it out of your pocket. You pay out of your savings. If you have insurance down here, then you can use the insurance. We don't have insurance, so we pay out of our pocket here. And if I don't know what it would cost in the States with Medicare, it probably would cost us our copay payment, which probably be about $50. So not everything is cheaper in Mexico.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
well, that's our little update here on what's going on in Mexico. And we appreciate you. And
Hey,
hey,
hey, if you don't subscribe yet, please subscribe, thumb up, or comment.
yeah. Okay. Hey, if you have any videos that you want me to make and information you feel that would be important to you, please let us know. Give me a comment down below, and I'll see what I can do. At least I can put it on the to-do list.
Yes, okay.
Stay healthy. Stay healthy.